Good day, everyone. I welcome you to another episode of Simplified Chemistry for Waec and Jamb today. And in this particular video, we're talking about atoms, molecule, and ion. I believe that you have heard the word atom before. So whenever atom is mentioned, what comes to your mind? We always say atom is what? Is indivisible. According to John Dalton, he said atom is what? Is indivisible. But it was later proposed that atom is also actually indivisible because it can be divided. That's why we have your subatomic particle, which consists of the proton, the electron, and the what? The neutron. But this is not what you are looking at. What is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element which can take part in a chemical reaction. So the smallest unit of an element that has the capacity to take part in a chemical reaction is called what? An atom. I repeat, the smallest particle of an element, not the smallest indivisible. Because if you're talking about the smallest indivisible particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction, I can try to say proton, I can even try to say neutron and proton, I can also say electron. But the smallest particle of an element which can take part in a chemical reaction is what? Atom. Because proton and neutron, they can, which is their product from atom. Like what we always say, whenever the atom nucleus is, or whenever an atom is bombarded, it's going to produce three subatomic particles, which are the proton, the neutron, and the what? And the electron. So an atom is divisible. So it is not indivisible. So the correct definition for an atom is the smallest particle of an element which has the capacity to take part in a chemical reaction. Like what I always say my students, when two or more atoms combines together chemically and they retain a particular property, the same property, it is called molecule. It is called what? A molecule. Like what I will also say, molecule is the smallest particle of a substance, please, is the smallest particle as well of a substance that can exist on its own and still retain its property. It can either be an element or a what? A compound. Let me give you an example of a particle. Chlorine here is an atom. And if chlorine should combine with another chlorine, which is Cl plus Cl, to form Cl2, this is a molecule. This is hydrogen. If it reacts with another hydrogen, it's going to form what? Hydrogen what? Molecule. So when elements, compound, combine together, they form what? Molecule. Let me give you two different elements. Hydrogen plus chlorine is going to give us hydrochloric what? Acid. This is a molecule. Hydrogen gas is already a molecule. If you react with oxygen gas as well, you are going to form what you call water, which is also a what? A molecule. So a molecule is the smallest particle of a substance which can exist on its own and still retain its what? Its property. It can either be an element or what? A compound. Then an atom that possesses a charge is called what? An ion. And an ion can either be positive or what? Or negative. An ion is an atom or groups of atoms that possesses electric charge. For example, this is sodium. If I put a charge here, positive charge here, it is called sodium ion. It becomes an ion. This is chlorine. If here becomes negative, it is called what? An ion. So an atom or groups of atoms that possesses electrical charge is called what? An ion. And what led to the presence of the plus and the minus is due to the proton minus the electron. If the proton number is greater than the electron number, it becomes plus. And if the electron number is greater than the proton number, it becomes what? Minus. And if it is positive, it means the ion is positively charged, which is called what? A cation. And if the ion is negative, it means the ion is negatively charged and it's called what? Anion. Let's say, for example, you have 11 proton and you have 10 electron. So 11 proton represents sodium. So 11 minus 10 is going to give us what? Plus 1. Therefore, here will be what? Plus. So in this situation, the atom becomes an ion. Not just that, the ion is positively charged because the proton number in the nucleus of the atom is greater than the electron number. Like what I will always say, if the proton number in the nucleus of an atom is greater than the electron number, it is called a cation. A cation. And if the proton number is less than, it is called what? Anion. Cation is positively charged, while anion is what? Is negatively charged. So that's the basis you expect to know about what? Atom, molecule, and ion. And there are other things again I want to bring out to you. We have element, formula, and atomicity. Atomicity simply means the number of atoms in that element, in that molecule, in whatever. Now, if you look at neon, look at the formula of neon. How many atoms do you have there? It is one. So it is, the atomicity is one. Sodium atomicity is one. How many hydrogen do you see here? Two. So the atomicity of hydrogen is two. Oxygen is two. Ozone is three. Phosphorus is four. And sulfur is what? Is eight. So that's what you have to know about the atomicity of atoms and molecules. If I may ask, what is the atomicity of water? How many hydrogen do you have there? Two. How many oxygen do you have here? One. So the answer is what? Is three. As easy as that. What is the atomicity of hydrogen chloride? How many hydrogen do you have here? One. Chlorine is what? One. So it is what? Two. So what about the atomicity of H2SO4? Oxygen is 4, sulfur is 1, hydrogen is 2. That's what? That's 7. So the atomicity of the element simply means the number of atoms that is present in that particular what? Element. Don't forget, atom is the smallest particle of an element which can take part in a chemical reaction. A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist on its own and still retain its property. It can be an element or a compound. And an ion is an atom or group of atoms that possess electric charge, which can be positively charged or negatively charged, which we call the cation and anion. If you find this video helpful, what are you waiting for? Smash the subscribe button, like, share, and don't forget to come back where we simplify chemistry with Gido Academy. See you in the next episode, but for now, goodbye.